Hi everyone, it's Dr. Tanya here, and I want to talk to you right now about specifically about coping skills for stress and sort of what happens when a person faces a stressful situation. Very often, people who face stress um, may end up doing two things which are not healthy, and one of them is called hyperarousal, where a person gets super agitated and they're overreacting to a situation, or they're just so emotional that they are in this huge feeling of drama and trauma and are exaggerating it maybe way out of proportion. Another way that people handle stress is when it can go the opposite, which is called hypoarousal, where there's sort of no reaction at all and underreacting to a situation, and where a person isn't really functioning or registering the stress and how to solve the stress, but just sort of stop functioning in this hypoarousal state. And the the solution or the goal for stress is being in this what is called the window of tolerance. And so I have a little graph here that I drew of sort of this coping skills for stress, that you don't want to be up and hyper arousal, and you don't want to be below and hypo arousal, but you want to be in this middle ground, in this window of tolerance. And so how do you get to that window of tolerance? How do you not overreact? How do you not underreact to a stressful situation? And the fastest way to get into the window of tolerance when you're handling stress is to ground yourself with mindful activities in the present moment. So you don't want to be thinking about the past. You don't want to be stressing about the future. You want to be in this present moment right now. What can I do right here, right now, that will ground me in this moment? And there's a lot of mindfulness activities that people can do. There's just taking a breath, taking a deep breath, getting into your body, feeling what it feels like to just be in your body in this moment, and breathing. Noticing the floor beneath your feet, the chair beneath your seat, noticing your surroundings, surrounding yourself with things that you enjoy looking at, seeing, and touching, staying in that moment. And a lot of times what I tell clients is that a very easy way to get grounded in the moment is to look at small children as a role model, or animals as a role model. Because I'll tell you, animals do not care what you did in your past. They do not care what things you're supposed to do in your future. All they care about is this present moment. And when you think of a pet, the pet just wants to be petted, or they want to be held, they want to be touched, they want to be loved. Think of a dog and how happy they are when you come home from work and they're just so happy that you're there. Or a kitty cat that trusts you and comes on your lap and curls up to be pet and to cuddle. I'll guarantee you neither the cat or the dog care about anything having to do with whatever is stressing you out. All they care about is this present moment. Same with children. Did you ever hang out with little kids under 7? They don't care what you did. They don't care about the future. They don't care about any of those things that are stressing you out. They just care that you're playing with them or helping them, or being within that in that moment. When you're playing with a little kid, all they want to do is play. They just want to have fun. They want to have joy, and they're just enjoying life, and with this sense of wonder of what's around them. So I encourage you, when you're in that stressful place, that you look at this, trying to find this window of tolerance with stress, and developing coping skills to help you get back into the window of tolerance when you are under stress. Because you're not going to be functioning well when you're out of the window of tolerance, when you're in this hyperarousal state or this hypoarousal state. You're not going to be functioning well, and that's when addiction creeps in, because addiction feels like this easy solution to get back into the window of tolerance, but it's a maladaptive coping skill. And so, what we're talking about is developing new coping skills to get into the window of tolerance when dealing with stress, and to approach with this new toolbox of coping skills. So then eventually, when you get enough coping skills developed, the the addictive process, the addiction becomes unnecessary because it has been usurped by these better ideas and these better coping skills to tolerate stress. And that's what we're talking about. Thanks.